Welcome back. Until we get more rain, we will see a lot of scenes like the massive brush fire that burned in Floyd County last week. When it's as dry as North Georgia has been, doesn't take much for a little fire to become a big one in a hurry. And when winds are gusting, well, you know that makes it even worse. So here to talk about those fire dangers is Captain Nick Dawes. He is Cobb County's fire or deputy fire marshal. Boy, I gave you a promotion just like that. How
Thanks,
about
Gloria,
that?
for having us.
You are very, very welcome. You know, here's something that is really, really important because you think about it, a small cigarette butt, car backfiring, all of that can create a very big headache for very dry conditions like the ones we are seeing right now in Georgia. And you think about what? About 4.5 dozen counties right now, including Metro Atlanta, obeying the outdoor burn bans through, what is it, May 1st through September the 30th. But all of this in our counties extending all the way through, it is dry out there. What's the one thing that you want people to know, to be cognizant of, to make sure that you don't inadvertently start a fire? Yes,
what you said is true. A cigarette or any open flame near dry vegetation can certainly start a fire. And nowadays, with Georgia's drought conditions, something like that is, more likely to happen.
Yeah, no question about it. And so there are so many things, I think, when you start talking about the pointers that you want to pass on to people with regards to these drought conditions, the points that you have people when they're out walking around in the woods or just those things, the dry conditions, what do you want them to be aware of, Captain?
Well, just be aware that it's extremely dry. An open flame of any sort can certainly start a fire that makes things very difficult for the fire service.
Right, but the one thing too, look at that. I mean, you just look at these pictures grilling because it's warmer outside. So people saying it's November, they're still wearing shorts and sandals. They can grill outside. What should they do with those briquettes?
With respect to grilling, you can certainly grill. Homes, single-family homes, this is the time of year a lot of people do like to grill. We have not added any additional regulations towards that. The only thing we do want to point out is that apartment complexes, grilling is never allowed, and any and all cooking in an apartment complex should be done at least 10 feet away from the structure.
Absolutely. Burning leaves, it is fall.
Correct. You basically should never burn leaves at the moment, specifically in Cobb County. I'll talk about that. The Georgia Fire Commission, they put out a fire danger rating. Right now in Cobb County, we are somewhere between a high and a very high setting. So with respect to our regulations, beginning October 28th, leaves, pine straw, or any yard debris may not be burned until the ban is lifted. And we don't expect the ban to be lifted until significant rainfall is received. When that happens, we will send out notification through the media, update our website, that type of stuff. And also, at the moment, we have also stopped issuing burn permits in Cobb County.
And that is very important. People think, oh, well, it rained, I can go ahead and burn what I want. But that ban will be lifted and it'll be official. People will know.
Yes, correct. So to help better understand it, we have a lot of information we put up on our website, cobbfire.org.
Good.
We basically have put out a brochure that we hand out to people in Spanish and in English.
Oh, good.
And one thing I do want to point out and to remember is that fire bowls, chimeneas, and other similar devices are not included as long as clean wood is being burned.
Okay.
And the key term there is clean wood, which means no varnish or pressure treated.
Excellent. Well, I want to thank you. And that's it for this week's edition of Public Affairs on Peach. Have a good one.